21st. Remember I said that after Brady Hartsfield?
Welcome, everyone, to Dire Bear Adventuring Company's Monday Nights, The Escorts. And that was our new title theme, intro theme, our theme song. We're working on it, so expect more changes coming soon as I work with someone to get an actual title card so that we, although it was majestic, it was great.
I do my best.
Last time, well, actually, we missed last week due to some other time constraints, which, for those of you who don't know, 9 Hells of a Good Time, which is a special event all through the month of October. Man, my throat decides to choose now to, go out on me. 9 Hells of a Good Time is being put on by Nerdsmith, which is twitch.tv/wearenerdsmith or nerdsmith.org. Go check them out. They're running, it's 12 different one-shots, 12 different GMDMs, and 48 players. Mine was last Thursday, which you should go over and check out the video if you can. You will have to subscribe, but Nerdsmith has a lot of stuff on there, including an upcoming show on Wednesdays hosted by yours truly called Obscurum. It is City of Mist, which is a crime noir type thing, so get in early. But if you go and subscribe now, the video that you can watch is me playing with Chunk and Cucumber along with Ryan and Logan. Chunk and Cucumber are, as they call themselves, felted friends. We would call them puppets. And it was one of the funniest episodes that I think I have run in a long time. No, that's not true. These guys are pretty hilarious. But there's nothing like watching a puppet spit into his hand, and I can't tell you more than that. Other than also the line, remember, folks, to spay and neuter your monks. So those are the lines that, just a couple of the lines that came out from that. The episode was hilarious. It was great.
Sorry, Gillett.
That's where it has to go now. But go check them out. They have a show. Not right now, because they have a show, but not right now. They have a show coming up on Thursday and then on Saturday, and they have a show on Monday. But we're here. Luckily for us, they start later. Anyways, again, that is Nerdsmith on Twitch. It's /wearenerdsmith. And it is a fantastic, it's all in honor of the new release of the newest module. I can get it. Descent into Avernus, which this is the variant cover, which has this badass on the back. But that is out now, and it is a full module. This whole thing is not just a campaign setting with a few adventures. It's an actual front-to-start adventure. So I would also like to give a huge shout-out to D&D Beyond for allowing us to use their tools and utilize their tools. Go ahead and grab D&D Beyond. It's free to use. You get the SRD material, so you can start building your own characters. It is worth every dime purchasing those goods so that you can have them on the go. As someone who is old school, and I used to lug around a duffel bag that had, and I'm talking like an army duffel bag that had all of my books and things in it. And even now, my backpack of holding, which has a good number of my books in it, is starting to get really heavy. With D&D Beyond, everything is electronically stored. All my campaigns, my notes, my characters, my NPCs, everything on the go at my fingertips, ready to go. So dndbeyond.com. And also like to give a huge shout out to Lucky Dice. Yes, I am back in the cafe today as opposed to my own studio for reasons. Anyways, so a huge shout out to them if you want to. You can come and play games with me live in Huntsville at Lucky Dice Cafe on Thursdays and Fridays. And I'll be up here for Adventure League on Sundays. The Thursday and Friday are 6 to 9. And on Thursdays, we're actually starting a new campaign. It's Ghost to the Salt Marsh, which I also have a variant cover of. Back. Thanks to Baldwin Games. But we'll be starting Ghost to the Salt Marsh this Thursday. And on Friday, I don't know yet, but I'll keep you posted when we decide what we're going to do this Friday. And then that's 6 to 9 p.m. And then on Sunday, we're here from 3 till 6, running Adventure League. We have plenty of DMs now, plenty of table space. Please come by and say hi to us, stop in and get some good food and have a good time. Now that I'm done pimping everybody out, did I miss anybody? Think I'm good? Awesome. So now that I'm done pimping everybody out, let's meet all of our wonderful folk. We have our hostess with the mostest, Maddie, who is running all of the production for us tonight. We have Maddie, who is playing as Astari. We have Molly, who is playing as Tangaroa. We have Sarah, who is playing as Zora. Awesome, I got it right. Yay, me. We have Steve, who is playing as Mello. V, who is playing as Ezra. And Eric, who is playing as the one that's hard to pronounce for me, Satael. And last time we played, which was 2 weeks ago, you got on a boat. Well, boat.
We found a boat.
You got on a watercraft. It's a boat. It is owned by one Tangaroa, and it is a seafaring craft that should be able to make its weight, even though there are those who have their doubts about the vessel. But to put into your mind the clarity, this thing isn't like two small pontoons with just a deck in between them. It's a big craft. Like, it'll hold all of you comfortably. And there is a link in the Discord. If you want to join our Discord, please feel free to do so. Links for that are in the center. And the ship itself is actually pretty damned big. Let's see. I have a link for it because somebody posted it, but I think it's all been like shuffled down.
Hold on. I'll find the picture. I posted it.
Post it again. So after some deliberation and some much thought out life expectancy shortening due to drowning, all the party was convinced to climb on top of the boat with the assistance of Ezra, who was lifting people up, along with your halfling that you have taken charge of, or has hired you to escort them. And you pushed off, making your way onto the ocean. The currents carrying you out to sea. And as we begin, the boat is rocking gently. The sun is starting to peak a bit towards the middle of the day. And you can see that the sun sparkles off of the ocean waves as they break the small breaks that are there. And Tenga looks very pleased to be back on the water, as does Ezra, as a matter of fact, given that they're two sailormen. Yeah, I know. I had the opportunity. It's low-hanging fruit. So, with that being said, everyone, and some people are lashed to the mast, if you will. We're going to shove off and allow you all to take flight or take to the sea on this vessel. First things first, do either of you have proficiency in vehicle C?
Nope.
I see your little. I just love how innocuous that hand is. It just kind of like comes up out of the.
Not.
Kind of sneaks up.
Should have taken that, but I did not.
I have it.
All right.
Allegedly, I can do this.
Allegedly, it is yet to be unproven nor proven. Jesus, that mug's as big as your head.
Yeah.
So either that's a really big mug or you have a tiny head.
No, it's a big mug.
Okay. Okay. All right. What I need from you, V,
Yikes.
Ezra needs to roll a proficiency check.
Oh god, that's just what
Actually, it's Tenga's boat.
yeah.
We're gonna have Tenga row for this. Tenga row roll for this.
Mm.
However, with your assistance, Tenga will have advantage. As
Oh,
you
Reba,
guys set out
okay.
to sea. It is going
Is
to
it just
be a D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
a
Actually-
whole one?
No, a wisdom modifier.
Oh, a whole one.
Better than a minus.
Okay.
Do you have advantage on the roll? So
Oh, 19.
okay.
Let's say first order today. Tenga owns a boat, not proficient in piloting it.
And now we
Technically,
know why
we've
it
had
was
this-
on the beach.
We had this discussion as opposed to being moored somewhere. I parked it there intentionally. What you don't see is going, oh shit, oh shit. All right.
Looks like a good spot.
Can you double park a boat?
Zastari, your initial fears are a bit allayed as you see that Tangaroa does indeed have control of the boat with Ezra's help. And the ship starts to sail easily across the small breakers out into the larger part of the ocean, or the ocean beyond. Everybody give me perception checks. The druid can wild shape. No problem.
13.
We have a druid.
13?
14.
Oh, I forgot. It's warlock. My brain was thinking druid.
18.
16.
Okay.
14.
All right.
Let's see.
12. 10. No, I'm kidding.
13.
We did count down.
We did.
I'll say I rolled the initiative for my owl because he has advantage on sight and hearing. And I'm just like, okay, that's a 4. That's a 5. Owl.
What did you get?
I got a 13 total.
Okay. All right.
11 plus 2.
So I think the highest I heard was an 18. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. So, getting out to the wide open waters is fairly easy. And it moves off of the beach into the kind of the lagoon type area pretty easily. And you can see that most of the vehicles that are moored off in the wharfs and things like that, you can see some of them are dropping sail and things like that. As you guys are gliding out into the waters, into the open waters. One of the things that catches your eye is a rather large vessel. Not as large as a galleon. It's actually a caracal, and you can see that it's starting to head out. All of the sails are unfurled and they are billowed out. And as you drop your sail, billows out, and you watch as Tanga grabs the rudder and just kind of controls this thing, the rudder oar. However, you notice that it's moving at a very, very fast pace compared to your own. As a matter of fact, you realize that you're going to have to take some action soon. Otherwise, you might get rolled underneath their own vessel as you go. With that in mind, I need another piloting roll from you guys.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Again,
barrel
it's going
roll.
to be your D20 plus your wisdom, just like you did before. You have advantage because you have Ezra helping. You got this.
I'm a helper boy.
Another 19. Okay.
Okay. Now
It was
Ezra's
4, so.
Ezra's familiarity with ships happens to be that of more like the caracal. They are hulled ships that have multiple masts on them. This does not work in that manner. But watching Tanga, you both realize that you can position your craft by taking a lashing rope and running along the side and actually pulling on it to kind of steer it around in the water. The rest of you watch in amazement as these two hulking brutes grab ropes, lean onto the side, Tanga giving instruction to Ezra, and as they do, They literally pull one side of the boat, lashing it and making it almost come out of the water on one side, and then turning the boat and dipping it back into the water.
I should watch videos of these boats because they're pretty epic. Pretty amazing to watch people steer these things.
Yeah, well, we're rolling really good tonight, so we'll see what happens whenever the storm comes. I mean, when you guys get out to the ocean. So, Zastari, being lashed to the boat, you're okay with it being moving. You realize the larger boat was kind of getting close, and you're like, okay, we need to turn soon. And you watch as they just kind of storm by you, run, jump, and run down the edge of the side of this vessel, making it kind of almost come up and pirouette around and land back in the water. Does not comfort your already shaking nerves, and I'd like for you to give me another sanity roll, please.
That's a 5 total.
You the words lock in your throat, and your mouth is hung open. Roll a d4 for me, please.
Next note: Tanga and Ezra can also boat dance.
4.
For the next 40 minutes, you are just your heart. Not 40 minutes. I'm sorry. For the next 4 rounds, your heart is just pounding in your chest. Not 40 minutes. God, you would have died. But your heart is pounding in your chest. You're white knuckling your lashings as you were just like holding on for dear life.
I wasn't
You
lashed
can
to the
do
mast.
nothing.
It's Zora's.
I was the one that was lashed to the mast.
Sora was lashed to. You go skittering a little bit down the side of the boat as it comes out of the waves and crashes back down again. And there is absolute terror in your heart. You are now laid down on the boat, holding on to any rope that you can and just hoping to whatever deific being is out there that you don't go toppling into the water.
I've got some more rope and there's some more mast.
There's a tiny little hatch in the middle where supplies get put.
You can sit in it like a toddler.
Opens the hatch and sits down, but he can't close it because it's not that deep. It's like you're sitting in a kayak spot. It's just your arm sitting out of it.
I'll say, yeah, Sawtails put his things in the little hatch.
Put your stuff in there. It'll stay waterproof.
You will get wet on this ride.
That's why he put it in there, because books.
The boat eventually slides out into the open ocean, leaving land far behind. Now, all right, let me pull this up real quick. Your speed will take you several miles a day. The estimated time for the trip is 2 weeks. Okay. The first day falls behind you, and how far out from land are you going to be? Are you going to keep land visible on your left there as you head north?
No. The way that they actually pilot their crafts is they want to be on the open waters because currents are important, as well as cloud positioning, stars, and the sun. And they need to be able to see all of that and feel all of that. So they need the open water.
So you're leaving the land far behind you.
Yes.
Awesome. This calms the nerves of no one. Except for you two. And the halfling, for some reason, is living it up on the front of one of the pontoon legs. She's out there like not unlashed. She's like making sure she's secured, but she's just like watching the water glide underneath. despite its size and only having the one sail, because it's lightweight and the way that it moves pretty quick for being on the open water because it doesn't have to plow through the water so much as glide across the top of it somewhat. It's in the water, but it's not like a big vessel. As you guys are moving through, the first day passes and the stars are up and out there, and you can
I can
see
also
them.
add real quick, because one of the effects prestidigitation is I can make small gusts of wind.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it's like if I noticed our speed like slowing down or something, I'll
It's
just toss that at the sail.
it's not going to be enough of a gust to be very effectual. It's more
I
like
know.
a gust that'll like ruffle your hair a bit.
Yeah,
Or
but it
make
makes
your-
him feel better.
Oh, I got you. You're doing this for yourself. Okay, gotcha.
It makes him feel better. He's just like, wind.
Look, I'm helping win.
Yeah, pretty much. Because, I mean, there's nothing else he can do, really.
All right. So as you guys carry on, night has fully risen. All the stars are out, and it is a beautiful night. There is not a cloud up there to obscure anything. The moon is not full, but it's getting close to it. And the stars are out perfectly for you to align by. Something that you sailed by for a long time.
Cool.
All right. Now, I need more rolls from you.
Okay. With advantage or no?
Mm-hmm. As long as Ezra's helping you.
Ugh.
Oh, good.
That's
Give me the best night and I do the worst.
It is the stars are a little different here. And while you're familiar with the constellations but there's something about the stars in this position, and maybe it's just because it's new waters, you don't hit the currents that you're aware of. So you don't lose your way, but you don't move as quickly as you would have hoped to. And so you find yourselves lagging behind a bit. While it is night, who all is going to be out, like watching or helping or anything else like that?
Be a good time to tell Satiel about star travel.
That's true. Satiel will be eating that up.
Ezra will
Like,
stay up as well.
like taking notes, probably be attached to Tanga's hips while that is happening. He loves learning about new stuff. The owl will permanently be on watch
Mm-hmm.
because it technically doesn't have to eat or do anything really, other than just keep watch.
Okay.
Every at least once a day, Zora will do Druidcraft to kind of check the weather. It'll like be their location, but it'll kind of give an idea of maybe if there's something coming.
Okay. During the night, I know that Tenga and Ezra, you'll be piloting the ship since you use the stars to navigate. How are you guys breaking up the day?
You have
Well,
to be back and forth, I realize.
I think that it would be pretty easy to just teach Ezra how to man the ship. So
Absolutely.
who's doing it?
Sure. As you were teaching Satael on that first night, Satael, I'd like for you to give me an intelligence. Just straight intelligence. Yep. Just D20 plus your int.
22. 18 plus 4.
Oh yeah, you studied star charts. You get how this works. Yeah, not a problem at all.
We'll draw him a map though of the stars.
Yeah. All right.
4 quadrant map with 8 different constellations based on what time of year it is and whether the sun is rising or setting.
Excellent. So you've got a star chart for him to navigate by, keeping
Right.
the positions of north, northwest, northeast, east, west.
Well, I'd say
Everything
also with my keen mind, I always know where north is.
That's true. You do.
Hey,
So
hula.
I guess that's something I can help out with too during the travel is basically navigation because I mean I've been taught the star charts
True.
and I have
Biggest
some
thing is
instruction.
the biggest thing is piloting the boat, not necessarily understanding where
Yeah.
the stars are to navigate it, but you got to use your noodly arms to
Yeah.
to actually
He
move
can't
the
do
boat.
that, but
Noodly arms, move the boat.
not until I learn control water anyway. But no,
All
but he does always know where north is, regardless of where they're at, so he can help with that too.
All right, sounds great. Well,
With Tonga, right, like drawing out the star charts, could Ezra also learn it a little bit? Because I got proficient in like navigator's tools. Would that count?
Yeah.
Dope.
Draw him one too.
I learned.
Fuck it, everybody
now,
gets a star
granted,
chart.
you're used to looking at like cartography and
Yeah.
using the tools to navigate and using like a sextant and things like those to get yourself oriented. But that being said, absolutely you can. You can also navigate by day. The biggest thing for you would be learning more about how to pilot the vessel, not necessarily the navigation part of it, because you know how to work a boat. You know how to use these things.
Yep.
So with that being said, as you guys set out for sea, the first night passes. You make your way again. Like I said, you're having a little difficulty catching the current in this new water, but for the most part, you don't lose any time. You just don't make it. Logan Raffle playing until 9 p.m. Central Time. So feel free. We are on a boat, or they are on a boat. I'm just describing it. The first night passes without any incident. As day takes over, I'm going to assume that Tangaroa is going to rest while Ezra pilots. Perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and
Initiative.
get those. Yeah, roll for initiative. No, go ahead and get those navigation rolls for me, Ezra.
I feel like this entire time, it's like as soon as day hits, both Sestari and Mello just find a spot like out of the way in the center where they're not going to get stepped on and just start suntanning, since why the hell not? It's not like they can do anything else.
Zora's just asleep. Just head and chest.
Tonga will ask
Probably-
for a sea shanty.
D20 plus. Sorry, what was it you wanted it?
Let's go ahead and use your wisdom on there.
21.
Awesome. Don't
rolled a
forget. Okay, so I say, don't forget you get to add your proficiency bonus too.
24.
Awesome. Anytime you are proficient in something, you add your proficiency bonus to it. So.
No, sorry, 23, but it's, yeah.
Oh, darn.
I lost
It's
one.
only 1 point.
I was reading my
Yeah, 1 point
initiative.
off.
What are you going to do with yourself?
Oh.
Throw
Into the
myself
water.
off the boat.
Into the water you go.
Get out.
Just into the
Not
water.
a 24. Go.
Dishonor upon family into water.
Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your fish friend.
Yee.
Dishonor on the man with the books on the back of the boat. What are you doing?
All right, so yeah, you have no problem. Like I said, learning boats are your natural habitat. You were born on the water. I'm going to assume, I don't know.
Yes.
That's your character. You were born on the water. You will probably die on the water unless the DM has his way. So taking to a vessel is nothing new for you, and you pilot throughout the day. You're at the helm. Who is on lookout? Anyone in particular?
Does lying on his belly and pretending like he's flying count as lookout?
I just picture you. sorry. Just image in my brain. You're just like, hey, come here. Sateo, come here for a second. What? Put your arms around me. This is weird. Just do it.
Ask Ezra to do that, and he just lifts you up a little bit.
Jack and Rose.
This
Like
needs to
instead
happen.
of Jack and Rose, it's like the fucking Lion King.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say you just wait. When we hit level 3 and I learned the levitate spell, don't resist.
Someone just grab Zora. She's almost halfling sized.
All right, so
Hey, you want to find out how buoyant you are?
No.
Well, see, all we have to do is toss Mellow in, and then we'll really learn he's full of hot air.
Ooh, steamy.
God damn it.
So who's on lookout?
Taking a nap.
Yes. Okay, so-
Owl always on lookout, but Satiel will be doing that too.
all right, go ahead and give me a perception check for both you and Owl.
Okay.
Owl liver
Well,
twist.
I got a 5.
You suck. Okay.
Yeah.
Just being blatantly
Owl.
honest this session.
Got a 7.
No, actually.
No. Okay, great.
Owl got a 18.
Oh, excellent. Flying kind of above the ship, it warns you of shapes in the water. It can see the shapes in the water as you guys are gliding along. You get a recognition of as it glides back down and kind of like lands with you. It gives you recognition of 4. The majestic sea cow, the dugong.
Are we sure it's not the Dratini? No, that's a sea snake.
Thank you, Venture Brothers. The gentle dugong, the majestic sea cow. All right,
So 4 shapes. Do I get any?
2 on each side. Do you get any what? Do you get anything? Sure.
I'll say, was it like look like a fish or like a humanoid type of shadow in the water, or was it too high up to notice that?
The answer is kind of a yes.
That's fair.
Damn you.
It's better to ask and get a yeah, it's too high up, than to not ask and not get the information.
It kind of gives you like a yes. It says they have a tail, but it also noticed legs.
Giant sea spiders?
No.
Oh no, lobsters.
No.
That's what it is. Okay.
Jesus, that doesn't make it any less terrifying when you say it that way.
Bad, Steve. Bad.
How
Satiel
about
will.
no.
Yeah. Although I'm now imagining water spiders just like with an engine just across the ocean.
No.
Sir Skit for
It's-
keeping on Pokemon.
It's water bugs, like the multi-legged water bugs,
Mhm.
So that like
With giant
the
size.
skimmers?
but like giant size. So they're like.
Someone attached an engine to them. They're just like skidding across the water. Okay. Okay. So Satiel will, when he gets that back, he'll sort of like, "Hey, Mila noticed something in the water. Looks like some humanoidish kind of creature with a tail."
I wake up.
I'm
Mel is
pretty
dipping
loud.
his face into the water to try and see.
It's not going fast enough, but at the same time, it's.
It's that initial like entry though, where your head just like
Yeah.
smacks off the water.
Skipping a stone.
Skips it like a stone.
Well, that didn't work.
If Tonga woke up because of that, he'll go in the water and investigate. He's
Are you
gonna go
jumping
in.
in? Well, I don't know. Is anyone Tonga? Tonga's asleep. They're not panicking. They're just like, hey guys.
Okay. Then if nobody's waking me up, then I don't give a shit.
Would he? I mean, I
You
can
guys.
swim, but I have a feeling that me going into the water while Tonga's asleep is not going to be a good thing. But how long has
Considering that
Tonga
you're
been?
helming
I
the
can
ship,
breathe underwater, and I can talk to sea creatures. I'm not influencing your decision.
You're like, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to say, but
he's
unless
literally Aquaman.
Yeah.
like-
I will say Satchel will go over and just sort of go, hey.
Naki,
2
so
more
wake it.
minutes.
Hanga.
2
You
more
awake?
minutes, Mom. 2 more minutes.
You awake? Some humanoid aquatic life with a tail traveling in 2 pairs on either side of the ship.
It's fishy. Okay.
Yes, it does. That's why I woke you up.
Jesus Christ.
He'll just pat Tongue on the head. Like, go do his thing.
He just like very half-assedly like gets up and then just like
He just
Just
rolls into the water.
push.
He just kind of like falls over the side.
I don't know if you've ever seen like a eel like slide out of somebody's hands and just go, but like that.
Into the water.
Yeah.
Almost nary a splash whenever you enter the water. Give me perception check, please.
Oh no.
The water does
Okay.
not impede your ability to see, as you as special sea elf.
14?
You notice them.
Hi.
They have powerful tails that are propelling them alongside the boat. They kick their legs, and much like yours, they are kind of webbed. However, unlike you, they don't have the same sort of visage. One of them turns its head, and you can see like fin-like ears. Where their ears would be, there are these fin-like substances. Their faces are more flat and more. They've got like a ridged, like almost like gills here, and they have rows of sharp teeth. You see them. They have spears. They're not out, but they have spears that are a lot like yours. They have the hook, almost like a harpoon hook, and they are swimming alongside the vessel. You watch as the 2 outermost peel away and dive deeper into the water, and the 2 that were keeping pace just kind of continue to keep pace. They don't seem to be like threatening or attacking you.
He'll like turn to one and then he'll turn to the left, I guess, and ask, do you need navigation? Is that why you were following us?
They don't seem to make any. They don't respond. They sit in silence and turn their heads back the first way.
But if I spoke in Abyssal and asked them the
They-
same thing?
They do not respond.
All right, bitches.
You speak whale, Dory.
Y'all would make them like flinch
Give me
a
10
little bit.
Give me 10 minutes. Stop it. Say that again.
Not even primordial would make them flinch. They just don't
They
give a
don't
shit.
seem to respond to that. Give me another perception check, actually.
Fuck. Fail.
Okay. They seem to just be swimming along beside. They are starting to lag behind a little bit, so where they were keeping even pace with the ship, they are slowing down a bit.
Okay. Hey. I'm not gonna attack him, but I don't want to leave him alone. So I think he's gonna hang out. I think I guess he's like under the boat. Like if they're on either side of him, he'd be like under the boat.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna hang out and keep his eyes on him though.
How fast are you? What's your movement speed in the water?
30.
30?
Same on land.
Okay, how are you going to keep... You got to remember, the boat's moving at about 5 miles an hour, which is a little faster than what you can...
I can sprint swim at 60.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, you can keep up with the boat that way.
Okay.
So you're just keeping pace.
I think he froze.
I think he did.
He froze.
Yep.
I hope he froze.
Well, like
Good face, good face.
grandma like that.
He done froze.
Should we screenshot it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
definitely. Who snapped?
Okay.
So how are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Fine. Water.
I think Mel is doing better than really he has any right to on the water.
Doing just chipper.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Just keeping in good spirits, which is nice.
Sunbathing. How's the star doing? Is she crying yet?
Aww.
I think the net just like crashed entirely for him. Hey,
Words. Rotate characters.
Audio. You're not in the Discord.
I'm mellow. Oh, okay. I'm not mellow.
There
Now
we go.
that's Azrael.
hi.
Hey.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there.
Hmm.
Everything just dropped for a moment. My apologies, everyone.
Shot it. Face. It was a
I think
glorious.
you looked up on like you can keep up with the boat, and then you were starting to say something, but I forgot. what it was.
Constitution check for you, please.
Oh, what the fuck? Hell, okay.
That is a great face. Thank you for that.
Yeah, let's say we screenshotted it for you. Don't worry about it.
A check or a saving throw?
A check, not a
Okay.
saving throw, just a check.
15.
Okay, you are able to keep pace. It's arduous going, but you are able to keep pace with the boat. All right. Up top, Tangaroa disappeared over the side of the boat and hasn't come back up yet. And you've gone a pretty good distance.
I'm going to like kind of glance over. Can I still see the shadows in the water?
They are not on either side.
They're not.
Mm-mm. You do not see
Okay.
Tenga either.
Hey, have any of you asked if he can breathe underwater? Because I haven't.
No.
I
Item.
think it
Would
was
I kn-
mentioned whenever Zastari started
Yeah.
panicking about
Drowning.
drowning.
How's that going, by the way, Zesty?
Zesty.
Mello got murdered.
This is the ballad of Mello.
Composed by the wizard.
Seems appropriate.
Because I am proficient in performance.
And I'm not. So, you know.
Background did you take?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's something I get for being a Blade Song. I gain
Oh,
proficiency
okay.
in performance.
Mm,
And
Weird flex,
Steve
but
just
okay.
didn't take performance. He's
At
not
all.
hard.
Not gonna need that.
He's just winging it.
Who needs that?
Hey guys, what rhymes with boobs? Just mellow. All right.
Saute in the background with a dictionary. Would you like the list?
You don't see
Yes.
the shadows on either side. You don't see Tangaroa. You don't know where Tenga is. You don't see the shadows on either side of the boat.
Were the shadows big enough to possibly eat him?
No.
They looked humanoid, like our size.
Yeah.
So I don't believe so.
He wouldn't be fighting them by himself, right?
Have you met him?
If there's 4 of them, I don't know if it'd be like a fight as much as a possible kidnapping, or I don't know how this works.
Should I slow down the boat?
Sorry. Do I recognize like what these creatures are?
Give me a nature check.
Sure. Okay. 9.
They're one of the few fish races that live in the ocean. Your people may have come into contact with them, so I'll let you roll it with advantage because you may have come in contact with them. And given who your dad is, 19. Yeah, you do recognize these. As a matter of fact, some tattoos have the stories of you in combat with these things.
Fuck me. Okay.
You may have them by a different name, but the commoner and the landlubbers, they call them Sahagin.
Called it.
Fish folks. Feel free to do an image search of Sahuagin, Sahagin. I don't have my book out.
I'm good.
SAH what?
Uagin. They're lovely.
Oh.
They're not
Oh.
fuckable, but like on the lesser side.
Could we not?
Can you retract that comment?
Could
Stay
we
psych right
not?
now.
Let's not just say we never.
All right.
He got kissing lips though. Does he even have lips?
Like a
actually?
lamprey. It's like a lamprey mouth almost. It's just rows of teeth.
Kissing.
Lampreys attach. Yeah, kissing.
Hi, Loki.
So, Tanga, you guys are moving still, and you don't see any more of those shadows. Are you going to continue to glide underneath the boat?
Oh, I will resurface and pull myself back up.
Boom.
Were they turtles?
Shakes his hair out behind him.
Welcome back.
Majestic Little Mermaid moment.
Yes, as he comes out of the water, he flips his hair back and it does the whole thing. Like a Disney princess.
Do you have a nice swim?
It was refreshing.
I figured.
They do not seem to be dangerous, though I would keep our guards high.
What are they?
We have met this type of creatures in combat before. They're not gentle.
Okay. Well,
That was odd phrasing.
Satil will go over at that, and he's gonna untie Zora.
No, I'm good here. I'm good.
I just imagine you're untying her, and she's just clinging onto the mast. No.
This is a good spot. This is a good spot.
Well, I'm going to, leave a rope to you so you don't get dragged off. But I'd rather not you be a sitting duck if these things try to attack the boat directly,
I'm in the middle, though. They'll go after all of you guys first. You're closer.
Crunchier.
I'm small. I'm pretty well hidden here.
Satil just lean down, pat her on the head. Don't you think they'll just make you snack sized?
Kind of like long sigh. Like, fine, take the rope. Hope you choke on it.
I'm not making a noose.
Do you know how to? That's a weird, kind of morbid thing to know.
I know how to do a lot of things.
I need everyone to give me dexterity saves. Before you tell me your result, were you lashed to the boat? I'm pretty sure that Tanga and Ezra were not lashed to the boat.
I don't think it's going to matter because I rolled a 1.
Sawtail has kept himself lashed to some part of the boat
Okay.
at all
I know
times.
Zastari is. Zastari
I
is.
only,
No, she's
I
not
assume I
lashed.
only just
Okay.
resurfaced, so.
She's
I
been
was
lying
holding
flat
on
on
to a
the
rope.
deck so that she doesn't have to consider the fact that there is water underneath her.
I have a +2, so technically a 3, but
Okay, so let's go ahead and do it this way. Zastari, what did you have for your deck save?
16.
Okay. Ezra?
8.
Hey. Tango, were you on the boat? You're still in the water, aren't you? All right.
Am I? I resurfaced
You
to.
resurfaced, but did you climb onto the boat or were you still in the water?
I hope so.
Okay, you're on the boat. What'd you get?
12.
12. Okay. All right. I already know how Zora's doing. Mello?
18.
All right. Sateo?
17.
Okay. Actually, I think everybody rolled. Ezra, what'd you have again?
8.
8? Okay, no, I apologize.
besties.
Gotta go.
You all feel the boat lifted from the water as if something bumped or nudged it. And as you do, you start to roll. Zastari, you cling even more tightly to the surface of the ship. Sateo, you grab your rope and kind of hold yourself in position. Same for you, Mello. As you're like, whoa. Tonga, you actually know, you kind of like hold on and lean into it, so trying to help it right itself. However, Ezra, in your attempt to try to save Zora from falling off of the ship, you find yourself tangled up and off you go. Now, you're still lashed to the ship, so you can still climb back up onto it, but that will be, well, it'll be part of your movement whenever you do.
I'm
However,
glad I said I left her still lashed to the mast and not tied to it.
Yeah, well. However, what we are going to need is initiative rolls from everybody.
Oh, now I rolled a 20.
Same. It's the duck.
Hold on to those.
It's the
one
duck.
moment.
It's the duck.
Oh.
Duck. Fitting since we're on an aquatic adventure right now.
Yep.
So a 1 and then a 20.
It's the best
is
of
living up to
times. It's the worst of times.
It was
Yeah.
what is that roll?
Let me fix that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ha! A pencil. More importantly,
Paper?
dice. No, I had the journal. That's what I stood up in front of the camera for. Dice. Where are you, my friend? Hello, toasted marshmallow. I call it that because it looks like a toasted marshmallow.
Oh,
Nice.
very nice.
All right. Yes, Smash Monkey knows it's toasted marshmallow time. When toasted marshmallow comes out, we'll see what happens. Okay. All right. Let's see. Who had between a 25 and a 20?
22 total.
23.
Nice. So we have Ezra and Zora, 23 and 22. Okay. Between 20 and a 15. No? Okay. 15 to 10.
11.
Okay.
Also a 12.
Who's going first between the two of you? You choose.
Let Tanga go because I need to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
My brain has been writing everybody's character name down until I got to Eric, and I wrote Eric. Nope. All right, and you said you had an 11?
Yep.
Okay. No, I did not write it as zesty. I wrote it as Zestari. All right, and then that leaves us with Mello.
Who is a lover and not a fighter, who gets a 9.
God bless his heart.
Don't encourage him. You're going before them, so there's that. All right. First up to the top, Ezra.
I'm in the water.
You're kind of like holding. You're kind of half in the water and then half like onto the boat, on the side of the ship.
Ah. Okay. Can I see what hit the boat?
Mm-hmm.
Am I in reaching distance?
No, they're on the other side of the boat. You see 4 of these blue-green creatures that look like they have skin much like that of a catfish, where it's more fleshy than scaly.
Look at this human-looking catfish. I'm gonna wrestle it.
Distinct.
Gonna go noodling.
Distinct. Oh, you're gonna stick your arm down this thing's mouth and pull it back to the boat.
Get over here.
It still has sharp teeth.
That's terrifying, honestly. I don't trust you. They
Reach
are
down the mouth, grab by the spine.
It's got claws. It's like a hook.
Moving right along.
How they're on the other side of the boat. They
are. It's 20 feet.
20 feet.
I think that's the width of the boat. Yeah, 20 feet.
What do I want to do? That's a good question.
Maybe 20 feet.
Move 20 feet. Yeah, I'll move to the other side of the boat.
Oh, okay. Are you going to move underneath the boat? You going to swim? Do you have a swimming speed?
No.
What is your movement currently?
40.
40? Okay. You can do that. It's half of your movement in the water unless you have a swimming speed.
Okay.
So you can get to the other side of the boat. You will need to let go of the rope that you're holding on to.
I'm kind of more tempted to like climb my way out, go over the boat, and then jump off the boat into one of them.
I just see you with like not even letting go of the rope as you're just running across. You like jump out and allow the end of the rope to snap and then just swing you back into them. Just feet going first. Bah.
Oops, that's gonna hurt.
I don't think I could really fight this thing in the water. That's the thing though.
All right, what are you doing then?
Oh, I'm gonna climb myself out of the boat and get to the other side and just kind of hold my spot until they get closer. Because
Awesome.
I don't think I can fight them in the water. I think Ezra has some sort of inclination of that.
I mean, he
Maybe.
could probably tell you more. Yeah, you probably know. I don't know that you know these as well.
I think the idea of knowing that they've been swimming alongside us for a little bit, for a little while, without
You get that is their home turf. Yes.
That is there's like, listen, I'm an away team. I can't. So he's just gonna stay on the side of the
I'm
boat.
red shirting it up over here.
Yep.
All right, so you're gonna stay.
Yep, and he's
Climb
gonna
up on the boat. Okay.
Yep.
So you're holding your attack. What are you holding your attack for?
until one of them gets close enough that he can
Gets
hit
on
it.
the boat. Okay, so are you moving on to the other side of the boat, but on top
Yes.
of it, right? Okay, got you.
Mhm.
So you watch
Between.
as you hoist yourself up on the rope and then sprint across the other side, kind of half sliding, baseball sliding, and then come to a stand, like on the balls of your feet, just stand there with your fists ready to go.
Mhm.
All right, after Ezra is Zora, who is also in the water at this current time.
Going to attempt to doggy paddle her way back up onto the boat. Like, oh god, this is cold.
You're like half in the water. Actually, I guess for you, you'd be to your chest in the water. You're like, all right. go ahead and you're attached to the rope, but go ahead and give me an athletics check.
That'll be a 4?
It's a bit of a struggle. Your feet slip and it uses half your movement to try to get up. You lose it. You can try it one more time if you'd like to, or you could try to do something else, like yell for help and see if somebody can haul you up on their turn. Both. Going, oh God, help me, is a free action. So
Screaming in terror and crying is a free action.
this is true.
Yeah, she's gonna yell and be like, can someone give me a hand or something, but still try and get up again.
The sputtering sound.
A little better. 14?
Oh yeah, that's enough. You are able to this time get yourself up onto the deck of the ship. You do not see anything to fight yet, but you are up on top of the ship.
Okay. She's just happy to be on
not
water.
All right.
I told you the mast was the safest place for me.
You still have an action. You can use it to move across the rest of the boat, or you want to hold on to it until you see a target. It's up to you.
Could she get back to like the mast and put her back to it?
Sure.
That is what she's gonna do. Kind of give herself something to lean on in case the ship goes wonky again.
All right. That is your turn. Then we're going to move right along to Tenga.
Okay, so I'm still on the boat. And where are they? They're wide, you said?
Yeah, it's 20 feet wide. They're on the, if you're looking down from the end of to the bow, you are looking at them being on the left side. My brain always goes, I can't remember if that's port or starboard.
Are they trying to get on the boat, or are they just swimming alongside?
Don't know. You're in the water, or you're on the boat?
I'm
you're
on
on
the
the
boat.
ship. You cannot see them from where you are. You just know where they are. So you don't know if they're swimming along or if they're creeping up underneath it or what they're doing.
Get back in the water.
Okay. Just backflip, half gainer, into the water you go. No splash. Just.
I hope it would be that graceful. But he'd get in and he would.
Are you getting on the opposite side or the side that they're on?
I'm actually going to get off on the back.
Oh, so you're just going to run to the back and jump off? Okay.
Yeah, and try to get the one that is closest to the back of like their little herd.
Yeah, okay. So you can see that they are all have a hand on the side of the ship. They're all swimming, but they're all they have a hand on the side of it. And they all have their spears out. It looks like they're getting ready to make their way onto the ship itself. The nearest one to you, the back one, would be probably another 20 feet. From where you were at to the end of the boat would be 10 off. You're looking at, you'd be just shy of getting to them, like maybe 5 feet shy of getting to them.
Okay.
Actually, your swimming speed is 40. No, you could get to them with your swim speed because you're. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Your movement speed is the same as your in water and all.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's 30.
Sorry.
But
You're right. Yeah, no, unfortunately. So yeah, you would be like 5 feet short of them as you try to like catch up to them.
Okay. Am I near Zora? Can I like oomph her back on?
No, Zora's already on the ship.
Okay.
She already made it on the way.
Yeah, I guess I'm just here now.
Okay, so you're just swimming along or keeping up pace with them.
Yeah.
All right. Then that would be Satael.
As a bonus action, drawing the scimitar, he's going to activate the blade song.
Mm-hmm.
So the sword's going to start singing again. Then he is going to shunt his vision into the owl.
Mm-hmm.
Have his owl fly over. Can the owl see the shadows in the water?
Yes. There are 4 of them along the side of the ship.
Okay. So using my owl's vision,
Mm-hmm.
because to use this spell, you'd be able to see the target. I'm going to magic missile off that side of the boat and have it curve around and hit the target in the water.
So casting through the owl then.
Casting through the owl, yeah.
Perfect. All right. Are you going to hit 2 of them, 3 of them, 1 of them?
All of the bolts on the same one.
All right. 1, 2, 3, or 4 in position. First to last. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1.
Okay. Go ahead and give me some damage, please.
Okay.
That didn't sound good.
No, it's an interesting spread. 4-1-4.
So
It's a sandwich.
2,
Nine.
7,
9.
2, 5, 2.
So 12 damage. 12 force damage all told.
All right. In the words of somebody much like me, they take it like a champ. You watch as all 4 bolts blow through the water and their little eruptions of the water, causing bubbles to kind of like float up as each one of them pounds into the creature. The rubbery flesh seems to move, but he doesn't seem to let go of the ship. He kind of winces against it, but he's still going. All right. Bonus action. Any movement, sir?
He's going to spend his movement since he can see where these things are. His vision's going to shunt out of the owl, and he's going to move a little bit away from that side of the boat.
Okay, so you're moving to the other side. All right, Zastari.
Not like to the edge of the boat, just sort of offset.
All right, Zastari.
So we've got these creatures crawling onto the boat.
They're getting ready to, it looks like.
Okay. Well, I'm not getting anywhere near the edge of the boat because that's a little too close to the water for my liking. So, oh God, please tell me. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my short bow. I'm gonna do the short bow.
Okay.
Is Ezra in base-to-base contact with one of them?
No. No one is.
No one is, of course.
I'm getting ready to punch when someone wants to enter the no entrance zone.
Yep.
Okay.
Bounce or no bouncing.
Well, I don't think a 10 hits them anyway, so.
No, a 10 does not, unfortunately, hit them.
That's
The
all I
arrow
can do.
The arrow hits the water and loses its momentum, just kind of like sliding against the water. All right. Then it is last in your group, Mello.
We'll see whether or not I'm least. I am going to... Actually, I'm going to use my bonus action first and inspire... Let's say... Ezra. Yes. You're already wet. You got this.
That's your inspiration?
That's the inspiration. Yeah.
All right.
And I'm going to hold a spell until I see that they have all jumped on board.
All right. So you're holding on to your spell. What spell are you holding on?
Thunderwave.
Cool. All right.
I'll hop on. Hi. Bye.
She blasted back into the water.
I still have this.
So you do. Please don't.
Such a quick dejection.
That's
So you do.
out though. Like, why can't I kazoo? Let me kazoo.
It's a can't zoo.
Don't encourage it.
Ha.
Don't encourage it.
Had to get a pun in.
Maybe I can
Yeah,
try
I know.
Careless Whisper.
That's it, Sarah. Don't get started on puns, because then you'll get C started on puns, which will get me started on puns, and then Cap will have to kill us all.
That's true.
It's a great game, guys. Nice
Who said
TPK.
Who says it won't happen anyways?
IRL TPK? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Remember, it's never my intent, nor should be any DM's intent, to kill you on purpose. If it happens, though,
It's funny.
all right. If it happens, it's funny. All right. Sorry, looking at a couple of creatures. It is their turn, and sure enough, they start to climb up. All of them at the same time, moving away from you, Tenga, as they clamber up onto the ship's side. Ezra, they are now within punching range.
I was gonna ask, can I use my opportunity attack?
They were not within.
They're not close enough. Never mind.
17.
17 does hit. Punching 1, 2, 3, or 4.
2.
2. 17. Okay, how much damage?
Oh. That one across my room. 6.
All right.
I'm also going to find that, though. Because it's a
Go for
D4 and I'll die.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Just caltrop your room.
Let's see. Climbing up on top, Zastari. You're close enough, Zora.
Wouldn't his thunder wave also go off?
Oh, that's right. Your thunder wave would go off.
As I'm pointing to where Steve is on my screen,
Your
on
screen,
Zoom,
but
knowing
I know
that he's not right there.
Not for everybody's stream, anyway. All
I
right,
know.
your thunder wave goes off. You need con saves from me. Is that correct?
That is correct. DC 13.
You will not be able to catch all of them.
I figured.
You will be able to catch 3 of them. However, you may also catch Ezra, depending on if you were standing shoulder to shoulder with Ezra.
If I've got to make a con save, that's fine. I'll do it.
DC is what?
13.
1 failure, 2 failures, 3 failures.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry.
Unfortunately.
15?
You make it.
Nope.
So give me some damage there, Steve.
12.
12? Okay. Catching the first one that climbed over the side of the ship, his lifeless body goes flying off of the boat and makes a skip splash in the water. The second one does not die, but is still skip splash into the water. And the third one also skip splash into La Agua. So that leaves me with one of them that's going to be able to attack. And he is going to attack you, Steve, since all of a sudden all of his fellows went into the water. Let's see. The first one is going to be a 12 and a 16.
Yes. To
Both?
both.
Both. Okay. Alrighty then. Luckily, they don't do a lot of damage, he says.
Not a crit yet.
It's true. The spear does 6 points of damage to you.
All right.
And the claw. The claw. Ooh, that does 5.
Joy.
I'm sorry, it's not a claw, it's a bite. Chomps on you.
Oh. He is screaming.
Yes. Get this fucking fish off me! All right. Back up to the top, though. Ezra. You did take half that damage, though.
Okay. 6, was it?
Yeah, that would be 6.
But luckily, you're not flung off into the water.
Please, no, not again.
Sploosh, sploosh.
Sploosh splash. One's currently biting Mellow. Is that what I heard? Sorry. Can I I'm gonna go hit that one because
Okay,
it's on
go
the
for
boat.
it.
So I'm gonna I don't know, punch him in the back of the head till he lets go.
Yeah.
Punch the teeth into me.
The first one misses. It was a 2 on the dice.
Okay, yes, that is.
16.
16 does hit.
Perfect. Eight.
8 damage. Oof.
Big damage.
Nice. Okay.
Can I spend a key point to try and grapple him?
You are a monk. Yes, you may.
I would like to try doing that.
Okay. Go ahead, and it's going to be another attack roll to see if you can actually grab hold of him.
Okay. 21.
Yeah, you grabbed him. And on his turn, I can try to escape. So I'll wait.
Okay.
All right. So with that being said, Ezra, you have a fishy fellow in your arms. That isn't Tenga. Zora.
Now she's like, well, do I shoot the fish the guy's hugging? Oh, gee. Just gonna cast Infestation on him.
Okay. What do you need?
Con save 14 or more.
16 on the die, plus 1, 17.
Well, damn.
All right. Is that your turn? Bonus action, anything else you'd like to do?
Bonus action. Can she hex him?
Yeah.
He's hexing him.
Wait, bonus action. Hex is not a cantrip, is it?
I thought it
Or is
was
it first
listed
level spell?
under... 1 second. Where's my third?
I want to say
Hack.
Infestation is a cantrip?
It was listed
Infestation?
under bonus action, actions, and combat spells and hex.
Okay, it is a bonus action, but
Because
for
I cast a
spells,
spell.
you got
Gotcha,
it.
okay.
Unless infestation is a cantrip.
Infestation is a cantrip.
Okay, then yes, you may.
Okay.
If you cast a first level spell or higher that is a bonus action, the only other spell you can cast is a cantrip with a turn of 1 action, or a casting time of 1 action.
Okay, then she will cast hex on him.
Perfect. So El Numero Cuatro is hexed. All right. So when you strike him, it's additional 1d6 necrotic damage.
Yep.
All right. After Zora is Tunga. Now, they were flung 10 feet off of the boat. They are now 10 feet from you. Well, 10, 15, and 20, respectively.
They're all alive? I thought one of them died.
Oh, no, you're right. One of them did die. So 10 and 15 and chum. So there you go.
Okay, I'm gonna swim up to the one that is closest to me, and I will try to spear
him.
Spear
him.
Where are you? 20.
Okay, that will work. 20 will hit him. I was like, Ugh.
Not a natural 20. 14 on the die. 7 damage.
Okay, still alive and kicking. Anything else you'd like to do?
I can't grapple him as a bonus action, can I?
Not unless you have feet to do so.
Don't think so. I have 2 weapon fighting though. Why don't I fuck him up with the club? Let's do that. Can I do
Go
that?
for it. Yeah. What?
10?
No, unfortunately, it does not work.
Alright.
The first you throw the spear out, he turns the last second, and you glide the spear into him. As you go to try to hit him with a war club, he brings his own spear up from the down blow. With that being said, it is now Satael's turn.
Action, he hisses at him.
I like it. All right. What are you doing, Sateo?
Being
You're
muted.
muted.
Yeah, being muted. Apparently,
You're a goober.
I am a goober. So I saw where 10 and 15 went. Yes,
Yes.
that's what I'm calling them now.
You say
magic
10
miss.
and 15?
Yeah.
10 and 15. Gotcha. Yes, you did see where they went.
I'm going to magic missile again.
Okay.
Yeah. One of them is going to 10, two of them is going to 15. So 5 damage to 10.
Okay.
And 8 damage to 15.
Okay. Oh, you put 1 and 2. Got you. Got you. I was like, how? All right. You watch Tenga. The water is churned up by your own activities and your flurries and flourishes. However, you do see streaking into the water, unimpeded by the force of the water, these small darts of energy. First one slams into the opponent you're fighting, and as it does, the mouth just kind of opens, and you watch as like a flourish of bubbles float out as the body just sort of falls listless in front of you. Looking over at the next one, pointing your finger, kind of taking a stock of the enemy, you watch as 2 more missiles, and they seem to pierce through the flesh of the creature. And as it does, there's these little bitty implosions, and it just kind of floats listlessly, their bluish, greenish blood darkening the water. You okay?
Sorry.
Okay.
Both of them floating there, water, deceased. All right.
I would also like to say that there is an owl that will perch on top of the other Sahagan's head.
Oh, the live one? Okay.
Yeah. And just because random help action nonsense, peck, 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 peck,
You're
peck,
giving the help action is what you're doing. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
The Starry, it's your turn.
Just repeatedly pecking him on the head, just being annoying.
So is this one standing off on its own?
He's standing on the side of the boat.
Thought the one on the boat was grappled
He
by
is
Ezra.
grappled.
Oh, okay.
Grappled by Ezra.
With a bird on his head pecking him.
Which gives me advantage.
Uh-huh.
Does give you advantage.
Which also gives me sneak attack if I hit.
Because help action.
We ask why they're attacking.
Do you speak their language, Ezra?
You speak fish?
She's
No,
literally asking
but-
this as she's pulling the bowstring back.
I don't.
If you give
but
me
maybe
10
somebody
minutes,
does.
I can.
There's more than just me. I'm just holding.
Like, literally, give me 10 minutes, I can talk their language.
Is this the last one? Turns around, sees all the bodies floating.
For now.
The last one. This feels familiar. The last time I grappled somebody like this, not counting your tussle in the bar, we figured out what they wanted and what was happening. We don't have to kill everything we come across.
To be fair, they attacked us first, and I really, really don't want to go in the water.
Well, you're on the boat, you're not in the water, and this is the last one.
Well,
Isn't
then
that
start asking
bad?
questions, or I'm going to start firing my bow.
Just,
It's your turn,
just-
though.
I can't just hold him and yell at him for answers when I don't speak his language.
Why can't I have so many relationships that start?
I was thinking of saying that exact thing, actually.
Just me holding on to them and screaming. I
Isn't that how we met?
think so.
Yeah.
I was just more of a caress and a whisper, but we won't go there.
Yeah, sure. Stays. What happens in the cafe stays in the cafe.
No, it
Then-
doesn't.
Then I'm holding my action until we figure out what the hell they want. And if the answer's not satisfactory, I'm going to shoot him. So, figure it out.
Holding your action until you're satisfied. Boy, howdy, we're going to be here a while. So, with that being said, Mellow,
Tie him to the mast.
dry him out like fish.
Fish jerky.
So Hagen jerky. Doesn't sound appetizing at all. So, all right, Mellow, what are you doing?
Ezra watching him, like, I just had this conversation out loud. Please.
Straight up murders him.
Ezra, blood on his hands, crying.
Comes over, shanks him.
Had to go find my dice bag.
Stabs him like a serial killer.
I don't know. I hadn't thought this far ahead.
Have you ever?
Where are they?
Is that literally what you're asking?
No, he's not going to say a word. Well, after that, and he just looks around. The situation's under control. He goes to the center of the boat and takes out a little napkin folded food that he stowed away and starts nipping at it.
So, in the middle of combat,
Yeah,
Mellow
the situation's under
goes,
control. We're
"Nah."
good.
We're good. And he goes and sits down and starts eating a sandwich.
Oh no, chicken wings.
Chicken wings. Got those from that 99-cent buffet on the wharf, didn't you? You're going to have the poops.
It's totally fish sticks.
Just eating them right in front of the hog and
Like,
just fish sticks,
I bet you
maintaining
this was
eye
your
contact.
cousin.
You want a bite?
He probably would. All right, so after Mellow, it is my turn. I need opposed. I need you to give me an athletics check if you don't have athletic strength.
18.
He struggles as he might to get out of your hands, but does not succeed.
Should have tickled him.
Because there is nowhere that a 4, I think.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, a 4. A 4 will not beat an 18.
Oh.
We're going bigger numbers on. So, anyways, he struggles to get out of your grip. Does not succeed.
Just like tightens the hold.
Yeah.
No.
Starts to tap out.
You also technically had advantage on that too,
You didn't need it, but technically,
because of the help action.
Oh.
So you've got him in like the full on, or you got him in a full on chokehold, like trying to choke him out. He's just sitting there tapping.
Well, with advantage, I would have rolled a 23, but no, not choking, but just keeping a hold well enough that no, he's not going anywhere.
A rear
Keeping him in the
naked
back
choke.
of the
No,
knees.
rear naked chokehold. Okay. All right, just back to the knees. Down he goes.
Yeah.
All right, so he's on the deck in your grip. Ezra,
Perfect.
you're going to maintain your hold as your action.
Oh yeah.
All right, Zora.
She's just kind of waiting to see where this goes. She's
Okay.
like, if we can talk to them and maybe see what they have like an issue with us or something. Are there territories out here? How do you guys tell the borders? It's like
Chicken
looking
wings.
around. How did you?
Like you do with imaginary lines. Tanga,
Well, I'm going to get back up on the ship.
back on this boat. All right, you climb back up onto the boat.
And do I hear this like commotion that they're like,
Oh yeah, you can definitely see what's going on.
I know what they want. Not me. Just gonna like, he's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna walk in front of him and just kind of angry.
Just angry crossing of arms.
Yes.
All right, that's your action.
Yeah, that's my action.
All right, is that deal?
Might as well go ahead and pull me out of combat because this is going to take 10 minutes.
with the help of the others, you can secure him using ropes. So you have him secured, taking you out of combat.
Sorry, you have a bunkmate.
No.
You are still keeping your arrow not drawn, but at the ready to fire. But he is currently bound and lashed. 10 minutes of time pass as you finish casting your spell. Which was what? Comprehend languages?
Yes.
So you will understand what he's saying.
Just need to get him to talk.
Is breaking fingers until he talks a
I
bad
mean,
thing?
I think you can answer that.
Works in Guantanamo, I guess. So, sure.
Yeah, so Sawtail will look up at technically Tanga, because this is kind of his territory. Like, well, get him to talk. I can understand whatever language he tries to use.
Well,
For the next hour, but
not a useful thing, but these guys need to be in the water eventually.
Oops.
You keep them on the land.
okay. I can do this ritual as many times as I need to. No limit to it.
That's all I got.
Zora kind of leans over enough to get like a bucket of water and kind of tosses it onto the guy.
Taunt him with a glass of water.
Oh, why would you do that? We're trying to make him talk.
I mean, screams of pain are going to be universal if you break his fingers. I don't think he's going to give us anything useful.
He does say in his language, which you can understand. Looking at Zora, he says, "The only honorable, your death will be glorious."
She doesn't understand this, but suddenly just has a chill go down her spine.
I'll say Sawtail blinks is like, okay, so apparently Zora's the only honorable one here because she gave him water? Also, her death is going to be glorious. Good to know.
I'd like my death to be 80 years from now, asleep in my bed.
He mentions looking his eyes over to the Triton, the sea elf. The words that flow out of him are expletives of the like you're not familiar with. Something along the lines of the innards of a sea slug, the offal of a crustacean, basically no better than crab guts. He basically starts calling Tanga all sorts of names that they should all be chummed and turned into food for sharks.
He looks over at Tanga and is like, you all really pissed them off, didn't you?
He pissed us off. And he's going to start cursing back at him in Primordial. And he knows that it's not good.
Which I understand, so I'm
good.
I'm listening to this now.
You all watch as Satail's face goes a little red.
He's just like, okay.
Such language.
Yeah.
He doesn't swear. Like, Tonga doesn't swear at all, so he's mad.
As you are riding along, what other questions might you have for this? I mean, you can't speak to him in his language. You can understand it. There's a bit of a chuckle, throaty thing. It's terrifying sounding because it doesn't have like the root in the vocal cords the way that we do. It has this sort of vibrating. I need perception checks from Zastari, Mello, Ezra, please. Oh, and Zora. Sorry. The four of you.
24.
Okay.
Would owl count?
I don't think so in this particular case.
Fair enough.
How'd you do, Steve? 18 for Zora.
I did 4.
You did 4 of them. All right, and Ezra.
21.
I mean, he is a bard.
Ezra and Zastari. You notice after the chuckle on the water,
Oh, I know what's happening. No!
There's a small break in the waves as you see something that cuts the wave almost imperceptibly. It moves like this in the water and seems to come closer to the boat. You see blue. You see like a tawny colored hide, smooth, and it glistens just at the surface of the water as 1 and 2 appear on either side of the boat. And then you watch as the fins dip, and then the boat rocks up, back down into the water. I need everybody to give me saving throws. Dexterity saving throws. Dude that's lashed to the mast. that did not look good, V.
9.
9.
11.
How much?
11.
Okay. Bloop. So sorry.
8.
Bloop.
Oh.
Mello?
13?
14.
13. Sateo?
13?
Zora? Bloop. And you had a 14 and a
13.
13? Oh, everybody. Bloop. As the boat rises out of the water and bam, slams back down, you're all sent slamming to the deck of the ship and eventually slide off one side or the other. As you hit the water, you see 2 large shapes that seem to move very fast. Yes, the answer before you even ask me is you can try to speak to them. But before we get into this round of, oh God, I'm about to be murdered, we're going to take a short break. Give us about 15 minutes. We'll be back at the top of the hour. Does that work for everybody? Actually, give us 10 minutes, something like that. It'll be back at the top of the hour. We're going to go refill our drinks. We're going to go to the potty, grab a little snack, and come back down. We are going to continue this as the Sahagin has summoned some friends. Anyways, thank you again for everybody who's tuning in. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of Diary Bear. Why don't you play our song again as we go into the thing?
Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the Take you
I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting like a drug I keep on wanting. There's a love that fits so perfect, it's hard to believe. There's a reason I can feel my heart stop beating, and the air gets tough just breathing. I'm alone, but I'm still feeling like someone's with me. It's strange, I know, but I feel like you're here with me, like chasing ghosts. I know you're out there. Time is unfair, 'cause I know you're out there somewhere, patient, waiting unaware, feeling like your grip might slip too soon. But I'm running, chasing speed and gunning. I'll be right there all of a sudden. I feel your heartbeat lead me straight to you. It's strange, I know, but I feel like you're here with me. It's like chasing ghosts. I know you're out there.
you see?
Time ticks and decays, never to return, never to feel whole. Isn't it so easy to lose yourself in time, to draw a finish line, to give yourself to one beyond what's good and bad? It kills me not to know. Lost beyond the edge, planning what to say. It kills me not to know, but yet I carry on, letting go of safety, holding on to fear. Will you be there when beyond what's good and bad? Beyond what's good and bad.
what you're thinking. I bet you never tell him how it feels. I bet you never even try to be real. Cover it up, you like to play your own game. Cover it up, don't let them know what you're thinking. I bet you never tell him how it feels. I bet you never even try to be real. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you 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 never even try to be real. Okay, I bet you okay, I bet you okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you okay, I bet you okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you okay, I bet you okay, I bet you never even try to be. Okay, I bet you okay, I bet you okay, I bet you never even try to be. You like to play your own game. Cover it up, don't let them know what you're thinking. I bet you never tell them how it feels. I bet you never even try to be real. Cover it up, you like to play your own game. Cover it up, don't let them know what you're thinking. I bet you never tell them how it feels. I bet you never even try to be real.
Just because I had to, she needed the players, but
Whenever you're ready, Cap.
I'm good to go.
sorry.
So, welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much for holding on while we went on a brief break. I hope you enjoyed the song. If you missed it earlier, that is our new theme song. That is right. The song that led the break, that is going to be our theme song. I'm working with someone right now to do title card and the whole thing so that we can have this all flowing through. So it's going to be amazing. So bear with us. We will be playing it often. Why? Because it kicks a bunch of ass. I enjoyed it. Anyway, so real quick, I wanted to talk about something. Somebody asked a question. How do we all know each other? So I'm briefly going to give you like the 6 degrees of separation things. So it started with Maddie and I. Well, technically it started with Maddie and I. So Maddie, who is playing as Zastari, she and I met on a different server that had to do with something completely unrelated to D&D, but found out that I loved playing D&D. And that led us to playing D&D together, which also I met Tuna, Molly, on that same server. And that branched out. I met V through Maddie. And then Steve and I have been longtime friends. And like I said, used to work together on a project that, unfortunately, it was really awesome in concept, but never came to fruition. When I say we worked together on a concept, let me rephrase that. I hosted the community and like talked to people and organized things. He did all the work.
I don't know about all the work.
I didn't do well. He did a lot of the
work.
Along with Steve's wife, as a matter of fact, who also worked on the project with, and a few other people that we still keep in contact with here and there in passing. And then Eric, how did you come by the show? Did you just kind of catch it one day? No, you played on a Friday to begin with?
No, I joined up eventually on Sundays.
Yes.
Played a game or two, went, I really, really like your DM style. Do you DM other games? And you went, yeah. And then you start talking about your flagship game on Monday. And I went, can I play?
And we had an agreement, and now then I met Sarah. I met Sarah through Eric because for some reason I heard through the grapevine. Now, Sarah, you can correct him on this if it's not the case, that she was wanting to play in one of my games when she started watching me play.
It's like, this is actually story driven versus let's go kill everything.
Yes, I am very story driven most of the time. Sometimes I like to throw you into water and throw sharks at you. Speaking of,
nice tie-in.
The same initiative order. The only difference is where my sharks are going to be.
Okay, fine.
Yay!
So you're saying the sharks are going to jump in?
Quick question.
Fire away.
Would her hex still be up?
I would say that it's only been a little bit of time. What's the length of time on that?
Concentration up to an hour.
Then I would say yes.
Okay.
Unless you dropped it prematurely.
Nope.
Awesome.
So I'd need to reactivate the blade song if I wanted to use it.
Probably so.
But if he's talking to the Sahagin is talking to the sharks in any kind of way, I know exactly what he's saying.
He is not talking to them in a outright spoken word, so you would not know.
Yeah.
Unless comprehend languages starts working with
any spoken language that I hear.
You
can also understand any written language that I see must be touching the surface on which the words are written.
You do not catch what he is saying. But you get the idea to kill them, free me. Pretty much what you're going to get there.
Probably.
Cool. They still go last. They literally go just 2 more. All right, with that being said, Ezra, you're up first.
Were you giving Tangaroa the chance to talk to them before we started fighting? I think I remember you mentioning it.
You decide what you're going to do. It is a free action to go, wait, don't kill him yet. Let me see if I can. Ezra, you're up first. What are you going to do?
Tonga gonna say something. Ezra's mad. He's gonna start hitting stuff.
I don't know. Am I allowed to speak to them before combat starts?
I mean, it's a free action for you to yell out, so go for it. It's a free action for you to yell out to these guys. Say, don't murder them yet. If that's what you want to do. Or you can just be like, F these sharks. Die!
Just try and talk to them on my turn. Fuck them up.
Okay. Ezra, what are you doing? Effing them up?
18.
18 will hit the shark.
8.
No, will not hit the shark. Oh, 8 damage.
8 damage. Sorry, yes.
All right.
21.
Okay, that'll hit.
That's another 8.
Cool. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Zora, you're in the water.
Sorry, really quick question. Do I still have the bardic inspiration that Mello gave me?
It would have been passed because it's 10 minutes.
Dang it. Okay.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
It lasts for an hour.
I'm checking.
Double check, because I'm pretty sure Bardic Inspiration lasts for an hour. I could be wrong.
10
It's been a
minutes.
while. Damn.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, Zora?
Are any of the sharks like directly beside her?
No.
She's gonna try and get back up on the ship.
Hey!
Screw this water!
Peeing yourself is a free action as well. So athletics
in the
check-
water, no one
I
can
was about to say, suggested while you're in.
Athletics.
Don't climb up on the ship and then haul off and whiz all over yourself. Just saying. All right.
Athletics. 10 plus 11.
Okay. Yeah, you're using the rope and the rigging on the side of the ship. You're able to
Tired of this boat? We've only been out here.
climb up and then flop over onto your back. Right.
Any more?
That's your movement. Well, actually, it'd be your action to kind of climb up there because you were using your action to do that.
Yeah, then she.
Bonus action.
She's gonna move her hex to one of the sharks.
All right, sounds great. Fine. After Zora, Tenga.
Okay, let's have a little chat.
One of them's been hit, the other one hasn't.
Okay, I'll talk to the one that hasn't been hit.
Okay, you're gonna try to convince it to say, "Yo, my homie."
Basically going to say, like, we don't mean you any harm. If you weren't hurt, and if you just please. Please.
It does not respond to your machinations
Hey!
because the Sahagin is magically.
Oh, what a fucker. Alright.
Quick side question: who all is still on the boat? The Sahagin.
You.
You
Oh,
and the
okay.
Sahagin.
Still on the boat.
You
Okay.
and the fish dude.
That's gonna happen next time.
All right.
We'll name him Fish to Fur.
I will allow you that as a free action this time around, since you were like, "Hey," so you still have an action. What are you gonna do?
Alright, well then, spirit.
What? Oh, spirit, not spirit. Spirit. Got you.
Spirit it.
Got you.
Fail.
Rolled a 1.
Yes.
Switch out those dice. All right. So after that is you have your offhand if you want to try to hit it with your club.
That dice is going in dice jail. It's my second
Going in
crit
dice
fail
jail.
of the night. That is a 18 to hit.
18 hits. I hit it. You take it. You're hitting number 2 since number 1 is on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, give me some damage.
8 damage.
All right. It's all around. Saitiel, you're in the water.
Yes, I am. Using that key in mind, he's going to recall something that he remembered them talking about before we shipped out a few days ago. Where's this
In the water.
In relation to his position right now.
Probably about 10 feet from you.
Okay, he is going to swim out and grab her. Because he remembers very clearly that she cannot swim.
Okay. That is your action then, is to swim out and get her.
He's going to move out, use 20 feet of his movement speed to get her, pull her over, have her grab the rope that he's lashed with.
Okay.
And another 5, I guess, towards the boat.
And remember, you've got half your movement speed in the water.
Yeah, so 30 feet.
10. So 10 to get to her.
20 to get to her for 10 feet, and then the other 10, 5 feet towards boat.
Okay, so with that being said, you're going to be basically giving the aid, I guess, to have her try to climb up. On your turn. On her turn. Well, Speaking of, it's her turn. So it's Astari. He is helping you to clamber up onto the boat. You can make your athletics check with advantage.
Okay. Well, I rolled 2 13s, so... But that's 13 plus 3 for 16, so...
Oh, smarty. Yeah, you get up on the boat, no problem. Clambering up on there with the help, sputtering and spitting water out as you go. All right.
Zora just kind of waves her hand.
I just get the image of you're still laying on your back on the deck, so you don't even you hold your hand up. Okay.
Hello, fellow boat dweller.
Mello.
I'm going to find the nearest big thing and trying to instabulate it.
I hope the
You got a
big
prescription
thing isn't
for
Ezra.
one stabbing. No, there's a bigger thing. It's a shark. And it is the one that Ezra is currently bopping on the nose.
I'm going to stab it wherever I feel like stabbing it. Got my rapier out, so... Oh, yeah, that's... Let's see, we got... 12.
12.
12.
As a matter of fact, that actually hits him.
All right. I'll take it. For 9 damage.
Okay. Awesome. Blood starting to pour from the wounds on the side of the shark.
Lure more sharks.
It is his turn, though. How much HP do you have, Mello?
Not enough to answer that question well.
You do not have full HP, right?
I do not.
16.
Yeah, that hits.
How close is he to me? How close is he to me?
Not close enough for protection.
Damn it. I tried.
I know where you're going with it. You can roll a new character. I mean, it'll be fine. 13 points of piercing damage as it bites you and then lets go immediately.
Oh.
How you doing now?
Well, negatives don't happen in this game, so...
No, you are floating in the water.
I am floating in the water. I'm steaming, but I'm floating.
All right.
A
Steaming
steaming
floater.
mess.
Tanya, do you have all your hit points?
Yes.
Drop my die. It's going to be a 24 to hit you. Yeah. That's going to be 14 points of piercing damage as it bites you and then lets go immediately. It goes
Okay.
chomp. All right. That is the sharks. Ezra.
We're gonna go for Mello and try and as close to the boat as possible so that he can be pulled up back onto the boat.
Okay.
At least if I can swing him up over maybe one of the legs of it.
Okay. So instead of attacking, you're going to try to get Mello up.
Oh, I could attack. That's what I want to do. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do actually instead. Sorry.
All
Me
right.
baby mentality. Yeah, we're gonna hit it. 16?
16 will hit.
5.
Just a second here. Five
5 damage.
Awesome. Okay.
It's a
He's
nat
looking
20.
pretty. Ooh. Please roll your damage dice twice. Nat 20, everyone. Congratulations. For the night? No.
Mm-hmm.
13 damage altogether.
It is our first nat 20, yeah.
Do you have a unarmed attack you can
I have another key point that I can spend.
remember? Oh, that was you were getting your attack and then your action.
And then yep.
Spend a key point.
Okay, I'll spend a key point. That's
No?
another nat 20.
Please roll all those dice twice.
Murder his face.
10.
And murder his face, as Sate says, you did indeed. As you lay into him, just watching your fellow, your ally, your companion, your friend kind of float there, just start letting loose with rage punch after rage punch after
he's
rage
mad.
punch. Eventually, the ballast and the shark from being dead are so wonky, it just kind of turns side and starts to kind of float there.
Perfect.
You get the idea that it is quite deceased at this point. All right. Zora, there's a lot of blood in the water on one side of the boat. Don't know who it's from, but you can kind of see the large shape of this shark is just floating there.
I'm not going back in there. How rough does Fish Guy look? Did we do any damage to him?
A little bit, not much.
Me, fish guy?
No, not you, Fish Guy.
Fish guy on the boat.
Also, is
Other
the
fish
shark that died the one you had your hex on?
I don't know. I didn't specify.
No.
Okay. She can kind of put 2 and 2 together and figure out the sharks are this guy's fault.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, she's gonna walk up to him if he's close enough.
Yeah.
Kind of just kneel down in front of him and like do like a no, and gonna cast Primal Savagery.
Okay.
Remember that thing I did when y'all first met me?
Does a 21 hit him?
Oh God, y'all.
Okay, D10. He takes 10 acid damage. She just like you see her teeth like go anglerfish, and she just like latches onto his throat and rips.
Do me a favor.
Mhm.
Knowing that you're going to go full on in this, would you move your hex before you did that?
Pardon?
Would you have moved your hex before you did that?
She can. We'll say maybe. Well, I already moved it, so unless you want to mercy it back to the.
What are you going to do as your bonus action? Because that was your action, right?
Yeah. Would healing word be healing word's a bonus action, right?
Yes, but it's primal savagery a cantrip.
Yes, it is.
Then yes, you can use healing word.
Can she see the floating, steaming mess of Mellow off
yes,
side of the boat?
Yes, you can see Mellow.
Kind of like turns and is like, "Oh, jeez, shit."
Just savage as the Sahagin. He goes, like blood still on your face. Ooh.
Probably.
Yeah, it's salty fish. Yeah.
4 points of healing to Mellow.
All right, Mellow, you are back at 4.
All right.
And I'm out of level 1 spells.
Awesome. Well, you only get 2 of them anyways, I think.
Yeah.
So it's not hard to run out quickly.
Oh, yeah.
It's your turn.
They come back every rest too.
Guys, I need a nap after this.
Get back on the boat.
I think everybody's going to need a nap after this. Are you disengaging with the shark? Because you have a shark in front of you.
Yeah, sure. I'll disengage with the shark.
Okay, so you disengage with the shark. That is your action to do so.
Oh no, then no. Oh fuck.
What are you going to do?
Punch a shark.
If I don't disengage,
I'll punch a shark.
Yes, he gets an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay. I risk it. I won't disengage.
And sharks have a fun little feature that they get when you're not at full health.
No, really.
18 to hit you.
Oh fuck. Just barely, but yes.
All right. Are you shitting me? I rolled 2 1s.
Yes. Fuck yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'm like, is that okay? You're going to take 6 points of piercing damage as you try to swim away, and he just bites onto your leg.
Ow.
All right. Climbing up onto the boat, I do need a athletics check from you, please.
As I realize the thing's a star, you just watch Zora just try to bite the Sahag's throat out.
Yeah, it's 22, is that what you said? Yeah, you're on the boat, no problem. Bleeding from the wounds that the shark like bit down and chomped on you.
Yeah. Ow. Reach the Sahagin.
You can move to him.
Stab him.
On your next turn, you can.
Oh fuck! All right.
Because you used your action to climb the boat. All right.
Okay. Well, there goes that dramatic monologue.
Tail.
Bonus action, the blade song is going active.
Uh-huh.
Just because.
My mind, as he like activates it, all I hear is ooga chaka, ooga chaka. Oh.
Maybe. Where's Mellow right now?
In the water.
In relation to me.
20 feet that way.
20 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, wait. You put Setael up on, or you put Zastari up on the boat. I'm going to give you 15 feet to get to
15? Okay.
Shark
is 30.
Shark is 15 the other way.
Yeah, I'm going to move 30 to get to Mellow.
Okay.
Say action.
It's a lot of blood.
Healing hand. And HP.
So you're at 6 HP, buddy. You're still in the water though.
And then I'm gonna use the remainder of my movement to try to put myself between him and the shark.
That's very brave of you. Okay.
Yep.
You are between he and the shark. Him and the shark. The shark and whatever.
I mean,
all right.
if the boat's still moving, I'm still getting hauled because rope. But
you are getting moved along with it. So after Satael is Astari. You for some reason you watch Zora walk up, shake her head, and then her mouth becomes this gaping maw of sharp teeth that bury itself into the creature and tear out, leaving an acidic, bubbling, hissing sound where it was at.
And then just goes completely back to normal.
And then goes completely like... Oh, and then goes, oh, Mellow! And then and then casts Healing Word. That is the healing word. Is, oh, Mellow!
Shit!
Shit! The best healing word ever.
We need to talk after.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck that was, but And then she's gonna turn. How many sharks do we have left? One?
One.
And it's where?
It is on the left side of the ship.
Okay. Is it within like 5 feet of somebody else?
No, right now, because everybody that was near it. Everybody that was near it being the one person that was near it. She's like, whatever, bitch, I'm out of the water.
Okay.
Didn't Tangaroa move towards him? The fish guy?
Oh, Tango's near the Saagan, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But not near the shark.
Oh, I was wrong fish. Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, sorry. What do we have left for enemies?
The Saagan that's tied to the mast.
Okay.
As a prisoner. And the shark in the water, nobody around the shark.
And Tanga's right in front of the...
We're right by him.
Alright, well, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with the Saagan. He's... Oh, do I want to get close and personal? Or... No, I'm just going to... I'm going to perch myself, like... How wide is the boat again?
20 feet.
Okay, I'm going to place myself, like... 10 feet from the edge, like either edge, so like I'm kitty corner to it,
like,
but like
in the middle.
But like I'm really close to being in the middle of the boat because fuck this nonsense.
Yeah.
And then which puts me how close to the Saagan?
It depends on how far back you want to be, because it's 20 feet wide, but it's closer to being
pretty
like,
long. Yeah, no, she's staying near the edge so that she can aim for the shark next.
Okay.
But I'm going to kill the Saagan because enough of this, and Tanga's within 5 feet,
like,
so
right adjacent to
and
him.
he's still restrained,
Plus,
which
he's
means
bound.
I get advantage.
Yeah, so he's restrained, so you have advantage.
16 to hit.
Hit.
Okay, short bow is a d6, and I get another d6 because sneak attack. That is 9 plus 4 for 13 damage.
He is no longer amongst the living.
And then I'm just going to pull out another arrow and find the shark.
Not hard to miss. Big shark.
Hopefully not hard to miss.
You turn, Tanga, as you're standing there, you hear the twang of the bow. The Saagan snaps its head back and then kind of falls forward again. Where he was savaged viciously by Zora earlier, there's now an arrow embedded in that spot, and he's just laying there. You can see the blue-green blood from the creature just kind of leaking down its chest. Ooh, gross. All right. Mellow, who has come to.
I am scrambling back on that boat.
Give me an athletics check, please.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a 12.
No, it's fine because 10 is the difficulty because of the way the boat sits and with the rigging on the side of it. You grab a hold of one of the lashings on the side that run along it and kind of pull yourself and scramble up onto the deck of the ship. However, that is your turn, as you are now...
cursing in every language I know as much as I can get out of my breath.
which I now know.
Not a lot of breath.
I know a multitude of curse words now.
There's only one person in the water, if I'm not mistaken. That would be Ezra.
Nope, Satiel is too.
Oh, Satiel and Ezra are both.
Yeah, he never left the water. He's been trying to help people get back on the boat.
Okay.
And he
Good
purposely
guy.
put himself between Mello and the shark.
All
Which
right.
means he'd also be between Ezra and the shark now, wouldn't he?
So Satiel it is.
This
was
waif
not
of
taking-
a wizard.
It has not taken any damage, though.
Correct.
That is going to be a 15.
Miss.
Okay.
As he just bats it aside.
You actually like pirouette in
Yes.
the water as it slides past you, trying to bite you. All it does is meet its teeth on your blade and then keeps going on past you. Swimming quicker. That is the shark's turn, though, because they only get one. Ezra, the shark is now within striking.
It's within striking distance?
It is.
Perfect. Ezra's mad.
You come into my neck of the water?
Tries to. 21.
21 hits. Give me
8.
some more of those criticals. 8. You were maxing out the 8s tonight.
I'm doing well on damage.
You are
They
doing
usually
quite
hate
well.
me. It's because I'm not using Ezra's dice. I'm using different D4s. That's what it is.
How does Ezra feel about this?
Mad, probably. Punches me into the next existence.
Do you care?
21.
21 again?
Yeah, I rolled 2 15s.
Hit.
Oh, that's not a D4.
Sorry, I hope my microphone is still okay. Is everybody can hear me
7.
okay?
Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
Good.
Where'd
7.
he go? I don't hear him.
What?
7 damage.
You guys are
Sorry.
awful.
The shark falls, everyone dies. All right, so
Reaches out of the water.
Sharks.
A
Zora.
hand just comes out of nowhere.
Shark is
Sudden-
still quote unquote standing. She will take a shot at the shark.
Well, suddenly
Okay.
Titan shark.
No.
It becomes a megalodon. What is it? A megalodon?
Megalodon. Yeah.
Yeah.
18 to hit.
18 to hit. Hits the shark.
Alright. Gonna roll Eldritch Blast damage and then Hex damage if it has anything left.
Okay, Eldritch Blast then.
9 Eldritch Blast, D6 for 12.
12 altogether?
Mhm.
Okay. Still up.
She'd like to
Still
take a
standing.
bonus.
Standing.
Like to take a bonus action to just scream at the shark.
It's a free action to scream in frustration. You're good.
Die already!
Tanga. I just imagine you getting on the boat, walking over to that dude. He dies. And you,
No, it completely
Just
useless.
jump off.
The reason why I didn't disengage and take that hit was to be able to try and come up and kill this guy. So that was pointless. All right, well now I want to do a super badass thing. I want to run and jump off and like land on top of him and like.
all right, roll to attack. You jump from the boat, spear in hand, shoom, straight into the back of the shark. Give me damage.
Apologies for knocking my mic there, guys.
It's okay. Mine fell over. That's why I was asking if it's okay.
It's good.
How much?
You're still
you
cutting
cut it.
out.
And 10.
10.
10.
Thank you. As you land on the back of the shark, understanding the anatomy of the creature, you find that spot on its back that pierced the brain. As small and as the lymphatic system is, you just stab the spear all the way through. You actually feel it, and that little hook that you have, you pull back and you feel it hit the cartilage, and like you just kind of watch as it kind of floats and sinks. Push the spear out, turn it, and pull it out, and kick your way back to the surface. The shark dead in the water. He had exactly 10 HP left. So
And that was the highest damage I could have rolled. So
awesome.
Nice.
You scramble back on to the surface of the boat. Everybody gets back on. You lay out there for a second, just all breathing, taking in the moment that you some of you came quite close to death. Not
I'm
Ezra.
very wounded.
Ezra's a
I'm gonna
badass.
untie the Sahagin and just dump him in the water.
Kick
I
his
was about to
body
say,
out.
if Ezra gets the chance, he's picking it up and whipping it into the water.
Just
Like claws under rib cage. Fucking throw it.
You huck the Sahagin
Not happy.
into the water, and it does that thing. You guys move along, taking a short rest or a long rest if you. It's up to you. It's still kind of like midday-ish on the second day out. Like you haven't even finished your first full week.
Don't care. Long rest.
I was about to say, Ezra will take the
I
time to
ain't
get them
doing
back on
shit.
course.
Zastari is going to sit down and start crying.
I'm gonna join her just because, like, where the hell did those chicken wings go, man? Not getting those back.
2 weeks, I ain't gonna have no chicken wing. I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
No.
All right.
Like, is
So
anybody hungry? Who
So
wants
we're
dinner?
Ezra's always hungry.
All right. So this is going to be really strange, but considering that I grew up near a bay in Texas and like saltwater animals, I must say that shark steak is actually really good. So there you go. That's my
To be
tidbit to all
fair-
of you today.
To be fair, when I stopped, I was like, do I go after the shark or do I go after the Saharan? I was like, if I had a spear, I was literally going to tie a rope around it, and I was just going to go fucking spear fishing for a shark. And then we were going to haul it up and eat it, because whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
You still can. I mean, there's two big, large hunter sharks in the water. You can try to drag one of them up and clean it up and get it ready to go.
Plus the
I can
teeth.
pretend
There's
to
so
cook
many
it.
teeth. Could make
So many.
interesting jewelry with that stuff. Come on.
So many.
Gotta think of the bartering
You can
values
go.
here, guys.
You can go straight early 2000s. A puka shell necklace with a shark.
Mm,
could corner the market before it becomes a
that is absolutely something
That Mello would do.
Mello
It's the-
needs one. We need to make Mello a shark tooth necklace. Come on now.
from the shark that almost killed
Does
him.
Mello have blonde? Does Mello have blonde tips? Like blonde?
Or was it a
frosted
streak?
tips?
It was just a streak.
Okay. I was totally
She might
going
have
like
some, silver roots.
I was going Uncle Cracker thought there, you know, like Kenny Chesney and Uncle Cracker.
He'll start pulling the shark up. Mortally wounded.
Ezra will help. He's not as injured.
It doesn't take much for you two to get the shark up there and to pick apart and clean what you need to from it. The day is, you haven't lost any speed. You continued to move, keeping up with the boat as you guys were doing.
Question.
Fire away.
Where's the halfling?
You watch as the hatch from the center of the boat pops open. She looks
Okay.
up and says, "Is it safe now?" What were those things?
That would have been... What'd you call them, Tanga? Not the sharks, but the...
Oh, so close.
She starts writing down. How do you spell it?
I don't know.
I don't speak your language. I don't know. She copies down notes.
What did Tanga say in Tanga's language? 'Cause it
So,
hasn't been an hour yet.
What did I say?
Mhm.
It's a Sahagin.
yeah, it's in common. Sahagin.
Okay.
Yeah.
She said Sahagin.
She starts making notes. You can see she's drawing pieces of anatomy that she remembers, and then she writes sharks ?
Satchel goes over, adds to it a little bit, pulls out another.
Thank you.
Pulls out another notebook.
They're
Copies
both
it.
writing. Yeah, they're both
Yeah.
writing notes, comparing what they learned.
That's one of my quirks. So
Taking a long rest. Is that correct?
Oh fuck.
That's what
Go
Mel's
ahead.
doing.
Ezra, I guess maybe. Not really.
I'm not as injured, so he'll probably just take the time as a short rest. But he's like taking off some of his wet clothes, letting them dry, and getting them back on.
He's just naked.
He's just like removing at least.
Mello
the
is
top.
almost naked.
He's removing at least the top, so his full tattoos are in vision. But he's like, no, we should just get back on track at this point.
Let's
All
say
right.
Especially if those are going to be more in later, probably. I have a feeling.
I'm at least going to take a
Don't.
short rest to get my blade song back
Don't.
and to get one of my spells back for arcane recovery.
Short resting it up. Okay. Make sure you
At
spend
least
any
for
hit
me.
die. Make sure you guys spend any hit die. You can do so afterwards. However, from Ezra, who is still kind of steering or piloting, go ahead and
Give you a what, sorry?
another land vehicle, or excuse me, sea vehicle proficiency check.
Zora's taking the short rest to try and wash this
Wisdom.
hog and blood off her.
21. 15.
Not a problem.
19,
And as you
21.
as you guide the vehicle, you actually turn it a bit into the wind. The sails billow up, and you guys actually find yourselves moving at a bit of quicker pace than even earlier. Day turns into night. Doesn't seem to be that anything else is going to attack you. Is there anything that anybody else stored?
Ezra's taking the rest of his rest. That's what that is.
Tonga will tell
Mm.
Tatiel about these guys, a little bit about them.
Telling him the information.
Right. Well, that they're like
Notebook immediately.
they've been at war for many years. They most likely came to attack because of him. Doesn't know if it's because of his royal blood or not, but it's probably his fault and he feels a little bad about it. But I think he's going to do something else too. Dive back into the water and go searching for something. A mollusk or a clam.
Okay. You're in the open waters.
Mhm.
Give me an investigation check. Why not?
15? Yeah, 15.
With the help of some of the other sea creatures that you can ask questions, you get guidance to a small bed of.
Cool. All right. Want to grab one?
Okay.
Then we'll go back up to the surface.
Okay.
I will cut it open.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pearl inside. Yeah?
Sure. Why not?
All right. He's going to... This is really gay. He's going to walk over to...
Language.
Well, you... As a thank you for back in the port
Cut out
town
who?
when I was not myself.
Oh.
And brilliant fighting in battle. It is customary that our people give one another a trinket from the sea. In the open mollusk with the pearl inside.
I will say, Ezra, are you familiar with... You're familiar with because you're from the seas.
A little. He's never actually seen it or done it before. He shares trinkets with family or people that mean things to him. So this is like a really it's a gesture from like Tonga for that, but at the same time, Ezra's like really excited. Because to him, this means like they've become like close friends in a way, and he's taking that pearl instantly and like squirreling it away in his pocket. And once we get back to town, he's gonna do something with it. But for now, it's just like, oh god.
He's gonna very unattractively gnash into a piece of shark.
Ezra will join him.
Awkwardly noshing on shark.
Very gentlemanly like gesture, and then just take a piece of shark and like ferally like
awkwardly like Ezra will join him.
Like eating a piece of watermelon, just. All right. Anybody else? Anything before we close out? Awesome.
Okay. Once the Starry gets herself back under control.
Just a hot mess.
She nearly drowned. She didn't want to be on the water. She didn't want to be in the water. She cannot swim. Does not want to be out here. This shit terrifies her. She's going to look over at Zora. What the fuck was that? She is going to speak lowly, though, because she has no idea if Zora wants everybody else to know about this. Because they were the only ones on the boat when it happened.
She's going to answer back in Elvish. I learned a couple of things from a guy.
You had shark teeth.
Checks out.
It's true.
But you literally had shark teeth, and then it was gone. What the fuck?
I mean,
are you part Triton? Is this
no,
something we should be concerned about?
I've never even seen the ocean. I mean, no, I like all you guys well enough. I'm not gonna bite any of you.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I hadn't even thought about that beforehand, and now I'm mildly concerned.
I mean, unless one of you look at me. Do you think I could take any one of you? I mean, maybe the skinny guy, but
I don't know. Have you seen the way he wields that sword? I think the only one might be Mello.
Okay, maybe Mello could be taken out, but no, I'm not gonna. It's just a thing I learned. I'm not gonna use it against any of you guys.
Okay. So, do you want the rest of the party to know?
She kind of looks down at her shirt where it's like partially covered in Sahuagin blood. She's like, no one's really asked about it so far. If they do, I mean...
Nobody but me saw it. They were all still in the water.
If they ask how we got the giant bite mark, they can know. I don't have anything to hide, really.
Hey, I would much rather know than just assume, and then suddenly I have shark jaws snapped around my neck. You know, just... With everything else that's going on out here, being out in the open water with thousands and thousands of miles of water.
I hate this boat.
I hate boats.
It's been 2 days.
I hate boats so much.
It's been 2 days and we've nearly drowned and been eaten by sharks.
When did I go at land?
This isn't a normal occurrence.
We have how long until we're back on land again? They said what?
Like a
2
month.
weeks?
Like a month?
Just Mellow out of nowhere, a month.
Oh, unless you're still talking in Elven, in which case I got no idea.
Yeah, no, we
probably
are absolutely
Elven.
having this conversation in Elven.
Mellow's just talking along, but not.
He's just
I recognize
nodding.
my
but-
name. My friends call me Mel.
The last name it better not be Gibson.
Oh shit, now it better be.
It's not.
Ah! Missed opportunity. Okay, fair enough.
It's probably going to happen again if someone gets close enough. I mean, I'm not that great with a sword. All I got is a couple of tricks like that. That's why I try to typically stay back. But I mean, he started it. He pretty much called the sharks. He deserved it.
Ezra should have just let me shoot him when we had the chance.
We thought maybe we could have negotiated.
Oh no, I know why they did it. It worked out the first time, and then the second time resulted in Mello nearly dying out in the water due to a shark bite. So,
Mel.
going to definitely be going with the shoot first and ask questions if he survives later.
Or maybe don't let them live long enough to call reinforcements. Now that we know, if we run into those guys again, we know they can call shark.
I'm just gonna start firing on sight.
That'll go well. It's not gonna go well.
Oh, I'm aware it's not gonna go well, but we still have a week and 5 days on this damn boat.
I mean, how many other things could get up on our boat?
Don't ask that. Oh my god.
Shark with legs just comes up.
I have to tell you this because
Sharktopus.
I did this exact same thing to Satiel. The journey that we were taking to begin with was going nice and smooth, and then I said, what could possibly go wrong? And then everything went wrong.
If it's gonna go wrong, it's gonna go wrong without our prompting.
I like thrills. Okay? Shit, when I was a kid, I used to climb tightropes and walk across without a net. But this is not a thrill, this is terrifying. And I want to get my feet back on solid land. So, no, it'll be shoot first, ask questions later, if they're still alive to answer any questions.
It's only 10 more days, hopefully. Unless we hit a storm.
You're a fantastic person, but I think I need to stop talking to you now because I'm going to have another panic attack.
She kind of uses druidcraft to kind of create just a little patch of grass under her, kind of to mimic land. She's like, okay. This is all I can do here.
Boat's got hair.
Just a little patch of grass.
Boat's got hair.
Like dandelions or something. It's like, it'll be okay.
Boat's gone bad. It's already got fuzz.
It's molding.
Time to get rid of it.
I was about to say that mold.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else? Awesome. As the last vestige of light for the day fades away into the dark and the shift change comes with the pilots, we are going to call it here for the evening. Off screen, when you all get a chance, please level up. So, we are going to raid Nerdsmith for their 9 hells of a good time. So stay tuned as we get ready to go in there. My love and my heart goes out to the guys around me. So a huge thanks to Sarah, who's playing Zora, Steve, who's playing Mello, Molly, who's playing Tangaroa, to Maddie, who is playing Zastari, to V, who is playing Ezra, and to Eric, who is playing Satiel. Thank you all so much for helping me bring this to life. To all of you who watched this evening, we really appreciate you sticking around and hanging out with us. And as always, please engage with us in chat. We will often respond. These guys more so than me because I've used a billion than 2 things. So anyways, tune in tomorrow as DM Jason takes to the space skies again with Esper Genesis. And that will have actually 2 of our players tonight, with Sarah and Eric both being in that. So that is again tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It is a D&D sci-fi companion to D&D. Anyways, it's a lot of fun regardless of whatever it is. So tune into that on Wednesdays. V is running Big Eye Small Mouth for our Wednesday showcase. Who wants to be a giant robot? Everybody. So we have some people from tonight's show in that too.
Just me.
Maddie, definitely. Just you on that one?
Well, I mean, and V, but
Well, of course, V's running it, and
Yeah.
Maddie will be
and
in there. The
Deca,
player.
who was in chat.
Yes, Deca, who was in chat, will be there.
Deca is tomorrow as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
Deca's in
Deca's in
tomorrow's
tomorrow.
Mhm.
Also, tune in on Thursday as we watch the screen one more time. As the DM this time, taking her turn behind the screen. She is running Curse of Strahd, her favorite module. And I don't know. I'll have to get you to read Descent because I think it might actually
I think I
become my
might
favorite.
actually enjoy that one too. I saw the cover of it and I'm like, ooh, this feels like a Doom module.
Yes, because it partly takes place in Avernus, which is the first layer.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
So,
but they just finished going through Argynvoshtold, split the party. This will be familiar to you, Cap, and I think you'll get a kick out of this. Hellish brought back his paladin, and she's suffering from memory loss because she doesn't remember going through all of this. But she's getting really weird senses of deja vu, like she's done this before, including getting stuck in that trap hallway with the rogue, who then suggested we should break the window and jump out.
I like where it's heading.
My
did
mom
you drink a potion?
did exactly.
Did you drink a potion right as you did so?
No, because I went there by myself, remember?
Yes.
But Mom has literally, as soon as they walked into Argynvoshtold, Mom has done exactly what Aethlin has done, step for step. And I wish I was kidding.
That's impressive.
That's awesome.
That was a long time ago, and two different people playing two different characters.
With no influence, she made Aethlin 2.0.
Well, again, thanks to everyone who was tuned in tonight. We sticking around, and again, like I said, hold on tight. We are going to get ready to go over to Nerdsmith. Logan Raffle, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Please come back again. I know 3 a.m. is really early. If you don't catch it, though, we always have our VODs up on our YouTube channel.
And
join our Discord.
Talk to us about it in Discord after you watched it.
We really appreciate everybody's support. Patreon. Appreciate any support that you give. Bits, subscriptions. If you have one, don't forget Twitch Prime gives you one free one, and you can join in. Also, we have a Patreon at Dire Bear AC, I believe is what it is. Dire Bear Venture Company. We have all of the links are in the channel, as well as supporting us on a coffee. All of your support goes to purchasing licenses for things, and your support bought the music. Your support will buy the title card. So that's how that works. So we appreciate all the support and from everyone. Thank you so much. Hang on tight as we go to raid. I don't see them on right now, but they were on. Am I losing my mind? Well, we're going to type in raid. We are Nerdsmith. Enter. There we go. And away we go. They are running 9 Hells of a Shot Adventure. And here.
And they're live. They are live.
Yeah, I see them.
Okay, hang on. Before nobody say anything just yet.